Welcome, kiddies, to another Alan Moore's Porch. This episode of Alan Moore's Porch brought to you by Denver Broncos brand pantyhose, guaranteed to never run. And now, the host of our show, the original low-calorie sweetener, Mr. Justin Partridge.
Woo! Yes! 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 Yes!
Winning.
Oh God, I think I gotta stop doing shit like that because I'm so unathletic that just wins me. Yeah, just like I don't like at this point, just like people are gonna look at me like it's like, what are you fucking you jumping rope in the attic or something?
No, I just finished a long sentence.
Oh God, it was awful. Hi everybody, welcome to another spine-tingling edition of Alan Moore's Porch. I've got something at the top that I want to talk about. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because we could probably devote an entire episode to it.
Oh, yeah.
But another one of our heroes has gone shit splat insane. Somebody that I used to really love and respect and who got me through a bunch of really hard times in my life has gone really nuts.
Yeah. I like how you say has gone, like they weren't already.
Well, like it was always kind of like whimsical and fun beforehand, but now it's
I never was really.
Yeah, you're not I'm talking about Amanda Palmer, the lead singer of the Dresden Dolls and walking think piece now apparently. She tweeted the other day. And I wrote down the tweet verbatim because I was trying to explain this to my wife and I couldn't because I couldn't really form sentences. Because it's just so
couldn't retain the
it's
logic
so
of
stupid. Okay, here we go. 12 years a slave, which already off the bat you're hooked. Drove the point home. The privileged, in parentheses, whites, straights, menfolk must be allowed to fight for change, not just the oppressed. This was in response to Macklemore winning a Grammy. And that's not a bit. That is not me making a joke. This was 20 to 30 minutes after Macklemore won a Grammy, which is basically equating slavery to Macklemore defending gay marriage.
Okay, I'm not real familiar with Macklemore. He sang that thrift song.
The thrift, but he now is apparently the only artist ever who really wants gays to be able to marry. Okay. Only one. There's only been him.
Yeah.
That ginger sprite has been the only. And then the other day she defended Woody Allen, saying that you have to separate the art from the artist. You have to. You have a responsibility as a consumer of the art to separate you.
Hitler did some good still lifes. he was
Mark the time.
Listen, he painted that house in record time. Actually, two coats.
Actually, if I took an art history class and they examined Adolf Hitler's artwork,
yeah,
it's really shitty.
What did he do? What did he paint?
He painted landscapes. But it's just like you would see, like he has like several points of perspective. He doesn't show. He has different varying points of shadow. Like it's if you look at the painting at this point, it's 5 o'clock, and you look over here, it's 12 o'clock. Like there's just flaws in the painting.
No, it's really insane to me that and I suppose I should have saw this coming. Like I don't understand why this is really shocking or
she shaves her eyebrows and doesn't shave her underarms. I mean that's the thing. You were like, you know what? I don't give a shit. Like she fancies herself like this weird cabaret artist. Yeah, so I don't care. But come on, you're defending vehement racism and pedophilia. That's kind of when I'm like, Bedsong is good and everything, but I'm good. Bedsong's not that good.
Anyway, moving on to like I said, going into our shout outs to our partners in podcast.
Wait, you're supposed to do us first. Remember.
I am going to do us first. I wrote that
we're
down.
Our own partners.
Yeah, we're our own partner in podcast. You can find out because I always forget that we have to pimp our fucking selves to have more than 8 subscribers. We have 8 now, which I'm really excited about. We have You can find us on YouTube. If you just search Alan Moore's Porch, you can find our YouTube channel. You can listen to this episode, plus all of our past episodes that we've done. You can also find us on Twitter at Alan Moore's Porch, all one word. We also have, I'm still debating on making a Facebook for us. People keep asking us about it, and I say, I don't know if I want to. It's all right.
I can do it.
I'll go down that rabbit hole. Wow.
What is it? Varsity Blues? The mom?
Yes.
Fucking that!
That's
Go, son! Pitch that big skin!
God, that is a deep cut to go with fucking Varsity Blues. You're not gonna. Yeah, it's a really spot on. You're gonna Rich Little, everybody. The Rich Little of Varsity Blues. You also our other partners of podcast, the fine people at Off Topical Podcast, who have yet to answer my open challenge that I threw out last time.
WrestleMania.
I still want to see him in the squared circle at WrestleMania in a steel cage, no holds barred. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I want to fucking write an actual wrestling promo.
Can you count, suckers?
Yeah, I want to write a hard wrestling promo to do our next episode.
The future is ours if you can count, suckers.
You can find them on Facebook at facebook.com/offtopical. You can also find them on Twitter at Off Topical Pod, all one word. Between the panels, they just dropped a new episode, but I mean, if you want to listen to that, you can. That was weird. I don't know why, like a weird Rodney Dangerfield. I'm very frantic tonight. I don't understand. Like
you did a lot of speed before the show.
It's so weird. I bumped up so much before recording.
You Jerry Lee Lewis'd it.
It's
You're live.
Between the panels, you can find them at betweenthepanels.com or on Twitter at BTPcast or on Facebook at facebook.com/betweenthepanels. Two comic nerds, our guests last week, fine lads. Jesus. My God, that's amazing.
It's sangria. It's not like I'm drinking absinthe.
This ain't Kentucky whiskey. It's fine.
I'm not chugging moonshine for God's sake. It's like 2 steps up from Kool-Aid. Break.
Just two steps.
Just 2 steps.
Two comic nerds. You can find them on Twitter at.
I saw one of them today.
Yeah.
They're
good dudes.
And homeboy, the
real nice.
I can never remember their names. I can remember the names. I can't remember the darker one.
No. That's accurate. That is accurate.
How the hell am I supposed to describe him?
That's AJ. Yeah, that's AJ.
If you were giving out sunscreen, you'd give it to him last.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not like he's black. He's just. He's got a really cute girlfriend. That's where I was going with that.
We're gonna drop that bit. Just go straight into our offerings to the Snake God. A couple of new comics came out this week. The all new Marvel Now #1s. They just they didn't restart their line, but they put out a bunch of like brand new #1s. Miss Marvel, the Punisher, the new Loki book. You can pick those up here at the fine shop. Geekopolis, Wichita Falls' premier geek and sundry shop, located on what's the street?
I don't know.
Wayne Street, behind Five Guys. I didn't write the ad copy before I came over here, so you guys can all go fuck yourselves. I didn't say. Mighty Avengers #6, another really great book that came out today. Called so eloquently on the Newsarama comment section as the Black Avengers, because the majority of the characters featured in the book are, in fact, black.
Okay. So it's got coffee in it?
It's great. Yes, yeah. It's just nothing.
Sweet.
Just nothing but coffee. It's New Avengers #14 also came out this week, and Superior Foes of Spider-Man #8. Both books that feature just a team of nothing but assholes. It's great. What do you got for your offerings?
I had.
You passed that jug, like you're bogarting that thing.
Okay, I had another one, but I think I lost it. But the one I wanted to do was, I told you about it. I've been developing a RPG game.
Yes.
And I'm pretty damn close to finishing it.
What's it called?
I'm stuck on a name right now. So far, I'm between Wizard Battle and...
Good, simple, direct.
monster fighting.
With the colloquial
like apostrophe after the I. Yeah. What it is basically
that might have charmed me, sir. Monster fighting.
Monster fighting. It's basically it's like if anybody's played the game Munchkin.
Yeah.
Because my wife has got me playing Munchkin every now and then. It's kind of like that, and it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, and it's kind of like King's Cup. That you used to drink because it's a drinking game. Because
I remember when you first talked about it. The main kernel of the idea was like I just
to get shit-faced drunk.
Just gonna drink.
The whole game itself is based around. I was gonna have them keep points, and I was like, I don't want to fucking because that's too much math when you're drunk. I was like, you're just gonna beat a monster. If you beat a monster, you get a notch in your belt basically. You get to hold his card. I've almost pounded out all of the details. Mm-hmm. Like I've got like booty cards you to steal something.
Right.
I've got monster cards. The monsters range from what is it?
Owlbears?
No, I've got what is it? The giant like vampire bears. Vampire bears.
Like bears that are vampires or vampires that are bears?
Vampiric bears.
Vampiric bears. That's even better.
Man-bear pig.
Vampiric bears.
And the reanimated body of Adolf Hitler. So those are just some of the many villains you'll be facing.
Oh god damn it! Where can we pre-order this game? I want to play the piss out of this.
I gotta get it down on hard copy, and then like as soon as I get it completely down, I want to immediately play it and then just get shit-faced.
This sounds amazing.
Playing RPG.
I'm there with bells on.
That's my shout out. And I bought.
Wait, no, you're offering. We owe somebody $1.50 if we fucking say the word shout out. Apparently,
I actually bought the dice here.
Yeah.
At the wonderful Geekopolis. I was like telling my wife, and she's like, "You're just wanting this just to buy dice." I was like, "To justify buying dice." I was like, "Yes, I am."
Yeah. I bought a really nice setup here just a couple days ago. It's a goodie. Okay, so that's all the housekeeping shit that we. Let's get to the meat. Let's get to the real reason you 7 people are here. It's about 7. Holy shit! That's.
What are you, autistic?
I don't. Yeah, it was like that was some beautiful mind shit. Like I'm just gonna start scrolling on the walls now and seeing a weird Jennifer Connelly ghost. God, that movie was awful.
Because she's awful. She is.
Really? That's the flag you're gonna plant?
What? Jennifer Connelly's a shitty actress? Yes, that's the flag I'm gonna plant.
Oh, she's an actress too?
Yeah, apparently. I've got a whole. Not on Jennifer Connelly. Just
we decided because the last time we talked about overrated entertainment. This time we wanted to talk about the stuff that we love, that we know in our heart of hearts is just really shitty.
God.
Just the worst things that you like, because there's a lot of stuff that Matt and I both really enjoy that we know for a fact aren't enjoyable to anyone else.
I literally have done the most note-taking on this episode because this is literally candy to me. I can literally sit there. And I was watching so many shitty movies in preparation for this show, and it was candy. It was it was fattening.
Because there's like,
it was delicious.
You know, your vegetables are all good and nice every once in a while, but sometimes you just want fucking a tray of cupcakes.
Okay.
An entire tray of cupcakes.
All right.
So to discuss things that we know are shitty, but they're entertaining anyway, we decided to reach out to our good friend, Mr. Lee B. Weaver! Yeah! Cheer, you assholes! You do it! You give the illusion of an audience!
I will lock those fucking doors!
Sorry for the head fake there.
He's, I think, one of the most notorious people in, or not notorious. He's in Wichita Falls.
You're like your own private Air America. Like following your Facebook might be
like Rachel Maddow without the viewers.
I was thinking of what's that guy that shows up to everybody's party with the confetti sticks?
Oh, Rip Taylor.
You're Rip Taylor, but less flamboyant.
You're Rip Taylor.
You're fucking everywhere.
No, I'm just expecting you to snatch off your hair. Oh my God!
Both analogies are gay.
Yeah, like I'm both, but one's lesbian and one's...
You're flamboyantly
but, there's a lot of stuff that just is really just awful. Just really piss awful that you love anyway. So what's like I want to keep this kind of a round robin discussion because I listened to the last episode and I kind of fucking steamrolled our guests a lot, and I'm trying to get away from that. So I want to make this.
I'm preaching to the choir.
Awful fucking host sometimes.
So we got 2 steamrollers.
No, he's telling me what I already know about him.
Yeah. That's
when he was a guest on my show a year and a half ago. Editing was impossible.
Yeah,
because I kept waiting for a pause.
I'm in the same fucking boat. No. See, with my ass, I have to cut around the
No. I was just waiting for just a fraction of dead air to break from one part to another part.
I'm not going to apologize for giving you gold. I'm not going to...
I'm whispering to the mic.
The most highly rated show.
This is a fountain that just spews bullshit. But no, then what do you got?
All right.
I can bring something...
So, here's the deal. I wrestled at great length with this topic because, one, there's a bit of a generation gap going on here, and I think part of it is that there's when I was your age, at least, and I don't mean like when people in general your age, when I was your age, literally.
Right. Gotcha.
I was not, as even my own teenage children are now, as even aware of kitsch. Mm-hmm. I lived a very literal lifestyle, unironic, just sort of
like hard on your sleeve, very genuine.
I got super ironic, super hard then, like super early.
Well, and all my kids are that way. Like they're always just fucking with everything all the time, and everything is a fucking goof. Everything is like everything.
Everything's a wink at the camera.
Yes. Oh yes. Just busting down the fourth wall constantly. And so I'm living like in this parental parody all the time. Like, am I the real dad here?
You're the Jim Harper of this.
You're the sitcom.
I don't even know who Jim Harper is.
From The Office. Yeah.
Jim Harper?
Jim Harper from The Office.
That's not his last name. Jim Harper.
I will fucking clear this courtroom. I will. Is it Jim? Is Jim Harper?
No, it's
Halpert. Oh, go. Bye guys. The show's over.
I'm just so glad that I didn't.
He was proven wrong.
That I didn't miss yet another reference. Because another thing when he was on my show was I didn't understand anything. I haven't understood half of what you guys were talking about. I feel like I need a shawl and I need to go walk around the mall a couple of laps. I'm wondering if Luby's is open yet for dinner.
Just stamping.
I was like, you left yourself wide open. I was like, I gotta take this shot. It's like I gotta.
I don't really. I didn't come from where you guys kind of are, although I'm aware of this plane of existence and
reality that we all inhabit.
And I was at first I was thinking, I don't really watch a lot of things. If we're talking about media, listen to music, watch movies, watch TV shows because of their badness. That was how I goes. God, so what am I thinking of? I know I sincerely like a lot of art forms that other people fucking hate.
Right.
And I don't think that's what we're talking about.
No, that's
here.
Fair game. Yeah, that's amazing.
So like Glee, and I'm a Barry Manilow fan, and I love the river dance. And with
hang on,
no irony.
Back to fucking truck up.
So
you love to river dance, or you love to watch river dance?
Just watching.
Okay,
although
because I thought that was going.
Movies,
you'd be a hit at fucking parties.
Damn, he's like a little pony.
What?
This episode brought to you by Centrum Silver.
You ever seen what was his name?
Michael Flatley.
Light up the fucking stage.
I was actually a stagehand when they came into town.
I was at that show.
I got paid really well for that show.
I paid for it.
I have never heard someone actually utter the sentence, Michael Flatley lights up the stage, that wasn't on an infomercial. Or was it like a pull quote from some sort of, like, oh, Jesus, God in heaven.
The love songs of Edwin McCain. I love that stuff.
Edward McKay and Barry Manilow I'll take. But I dig me some Barry Manilow.
So I thought, okay, I worked through all that. I like
Glee just hates us.
Apparently,
Glee really doesn't like us as viewers.
They're like, look at us being good. Now watch this.
No, see, I wanted there to be like the actual Glee club, but see, like mine was theater, so I just kind of projected my theater experiences onto that. I was like, where's everybody getting together as a family but secretly hating each other? I know they do that on the show. I was like, but where's them losing constantly?
That was every time.
Where's the bitter disappointment? And where's the sing song with no fucking accompaniment?
Every time we talk,
just you acapella in a fucking room, and there's just
no. Glee has a band that knows every song.
With state-of-the-art equipment. They have risers that stay up for more than 20 minutes.
And they all just rise out of the floor.
Smoke machines and shit.
The camera would go by one time and there's not a guitarist. And the camera comes by and there is a guitarist.
We would watch that show.
And then a horn section.
Because we both started watching it.
A bunch of black girls going,
fucking backup dancers? Go fuck yourself! We had no money, no respect for each other, and never had any trophies. No one gave two shits about what we were doing in that room. Everyone hated us.
And nobody took the time to actually bully you. Because they had better shit to do.
Yeah, they had
you weren't getting bullied, you were just getting ignored.
There were no slushies wasted on you.
They had cheerleaders. They had cheerleaders to get pregnant and crank to do in the bathroom. They didn't give a shit that we're doing Chekhov in that room. They don't care.
Don't care.
Oh God, no! We started watching that show, and it's like the 2-3 episodes in, he looks at me and he was like, "You hated everyone that you were in theater with, right? Like you didn't like anybody." I was like, "I liked like 2 or 3 people, but other than that, we all hated each other." And he's like, "Well, did you win at all?" I go, "No, we didn't win at all." He was like, "This is fucking ridiculous.
This is fantasy.
This is absolutely ridiculous." This takes place. This takes place in some sort of alternate reality.
I did it 4 years, and we went once.
Yeah, mine too.
My first year and my last year, we lost. We lost hard.
Bitterly.
And these are shows and that's just it. They show these kids singing in class, and then it shows them out having a fun time. It doesn't show them dedicating fucking weeks of work just to be like, I'm sorry, you're not, all the work you did is worse shit. You need to go home, strike your fucking set, and never do this play again.
We appreciate the time and the effort and the blood and the sweat and the tears that you all put in here. We don't want to fucking watch it. We don't care.
I had a director come back because we had booked Memorial Auditorium, and there was maybe 50 people in it.
You don't feel so bad now.
And my director came back and literally started crying. Because we had spent fucking weeks murdering ourselves for this show, and then nobody gave a shit. And this was at the Thespian Festival, where everyone where everyone is addicted to theater, and nobody showed up. And I was like, this is my life now.
We would have been grateful for a fuck you. If someone, if a football player just poked his head in every once in a while, be like, hey, faggots, go fuck yourselves. And then just kind of bounded off to class. We would have been, they know we're here! They know this room it's not Narnia! You can just walk into this room! Sorry.
The only door accessible from a hallway to school was always locked.
That
was our way of keeping
in Iowa Park. The theater room that we had was adjacent to the cafeteria, so there was it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, this is the kind of quality podcasting you get with Alan Moore's Porch.
This is dying man level of drinking.
It's just Hemingway level. It even looks like a Stephen King character. You're starting to dress like third act Salem's Lot. Don't go down that road. Don't go. Bad things happen down that road.
You don't want to go to the forest.
I like how you mix Pet Cemetery into Salem's Lot.
Totally
it's the same thing.
Okay, so.
Yeah, Glee,
I wanted
Riverdance.
So as I continue to think through this, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to draw an analogy, maybe a metaphor. We'll find out.
English majors.
There'll be a quiz later on.
There's the things you know, especially there's what you know, there's what you know you don't know, and what you don't know you don't know. All right, there's like 3 categories of knowledge.
Everybody following at home?
So I categorize the Glee and the Barry Manilow as stuff that I know that I don't know it sucks. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm aware that other people think it's awful, but gotcha. I'm not there yet.
That makes sense.
So then the category of knowing, I thought, okay, what do I know sucks that I'm going to watch anyway? And as I thought about it, I realized that it was not the kind of thing that I think we thought we were going to talk about. But I do eat this shit up. 1, I watch the Dallas Cowboys.
So you just hate yourself.
Yeah, it's like that is yourself. Self-brutalizing as it can be for 20 years.
Oh my God,
motherfucker! If there's people, and I'm not wanting to date you, but if there's people,
I don't want to date you either.
If there's people,
torn between 2 lovers.
If there's people his age that like the Dallas Cowboys. 9 times out of 10, they've liked the Dallas Cowboys for their entire fucking life.
Bad ride.
Oh man, that's awful.
They've liked them since Roger Staubach, and now they are dealing with prissy britches.
And they're literally like
quarterback prissy britches.
They are like
it's the first round pick.
They are like the ex-girlfriend you're not supposed to call, and you get liquored up.
And then you're like, hey,
get a few in you. It's like, what are you doing?
You walk by
send the 3-word text message. Are you up?
You send them what's up. And you're like, I'm just gonna.
Everybody's done it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what's up. I'm gonna call her.
That is awful, man.
Oh my God, the DL.
And then you feel like okay, well, hey, she doesn't text back.
I shouldn't fucking like them.
And then of course she doesn't text back because she's the Dallas fucking Cowboys and she doesn't love you. So you send her another text.
She doesn't love you.
You send her another text, and then your pants are off. And you're all,
wow, that escalated quickly.
Your metaphorical
pants are off.
You're watching Fox again, watching the game, and she loves someone else.
Your metaphorical
until
pants
Sunday. Award shows.
Oh man,
same shit.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna be terrible. I know I'm gonna hate them. I'm gonna hate myself. I'm not gonna I can't even enjoy hating it. Like,
you're just
tweeting
about snarking.
Yeah. Like my thumbs don't. This is insincere.
They've become fucking. This doesn't have the ring of truth.
Even my thumbs don't want to do this.
You're just like fuck you. Like your thumbs are just judging you as you. But no, I award shows fit a weird bell curve where like as a kid you're super obsessed with them and like you because it's something kind of arbitrary but still it's like a notch on the belt. Yeah, it's something. It's something that's like, oh, this is cool. This is an event, and then like you get a little bit older and you're just like, well, this is bullshit. Clearly,
what's happening also when you're a child is you're attaching yourself to the victory. You're like, yeah, I'm right.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
No, every
Dancing with Wolves, motherfucker.
Every time you see name dropper dances with you want to slash it?
There's a lot of slobber on that.
At this point,
I can get half this bottle down my throat, Sailor. Sailor. When I was a kid, though, and I can say this, I can assume that Justin did the same thing. I think everybody does. Like when somebody wins, you imagine yourself winning. But when you get older, you're like, I dropped out of college and I'm working at Walmart, so I'll probably never be on that stage. So
things I'll never do.
Click. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, there I come.
It's like, I still have weed to smoke, right?
Yeah,
like,
I still got that.
Oh, that's great. Good.
But, I mean, when you're a kid, you're like...
Not gonna be REM.
That's me in the corner.
No, but I now find award shows just unbearable. Like it's just
I just look at
the red carpet. The red carpet.
Yeah, just the award show itself is 4.5 hours. The pre-show of it is 6.5 of everybody talking about fucking dresses wearing? And like there's like the obnoxious 360 camera where like somebody sits in this like weird little Total Recall booth, and like they take like 1,000 pictures of whoever's standing in the booth. And it's like, well, let's go to the 360 camera to see Jennifer Lawrence's blah 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 fuck off dress.
I would watch that.
And it's just come on, like there's so much other shit.
I want to see like old Hollywood actors where all the fucking Oscars are on the goddamn stage and they just read them out.
Somebody comes up like a graduation.
I want to see Clark Gable come to the modern day award shows and just walk up and start punching everyone.
My favorite award show story.
I was trying to think of the director of Gone with the Wind, but I couldn't think of him. What's his name?
Louis B. Mayer.
No, that was
the head of the studio, wasn't it? Selznick. Was it Selznick?
No,
that's not the head of the studio.
Let's
go down a fucking rabbit hole. This is, my favorite award show story is the creators of South Park talking about when they went to the Oscars. They dropped acid before they went to the Oscars, and it was starting to kick in when they got up to the red carpet. And I never remember which one is which, but he was like, the scariest thing when you're on acid is transitioning from one place to another. He's like, so imagine being in a very comfortable, cool back of a limousine and then having to walk out to that circus, and he's like, we just saw praying mantises out there. It's like it was absolute pandemonium. But no, like they're just unbearable, and the people that put so much fucking stock into it, the lead up to it, the goddamn pandering that actors and actresses have to go through for it, to taking out ads and shit.
Say, as much as the internet kind of glorifies her, I will say that it's justly deserved. Jennifer Lawrence, because she takes a piss on all of it.
And somebody, I can't remember who it was.
Because there was somebody, they were interviewing somebody on like they were interviewing like Naomi Watts or something, and they had her up on the podium, and like Entertainment Tonight was talking to her. And fucking you see Jennifer Lawrence sneaking up behind, trying to
doing like dinosaur arms,
like trying to scare the shit out of her. And I was like, yes, fucking yes. I was like, you're on a carpet surrounded by hundreds of people. Nobody gives a shit.
I can't. Oh, Fassbender. Is Michael Fassbender for 12 Years a Slave? Someone asked him if he was gonna campaign for Best Actor. He was like, go fuck yourself. No, yeah, he's like, I'm in this movie about slavery. I'm not gonna be like, hey, vote for me.
Because and that's just it. His character was like, if a slave runs away, you can run after and catch him because he is property. That is scripture. I was like, that's his character. Like, you don't want to campaign on the
signing movie posters.
Yeah, can you imagine opening up Variety and seeing like the red-faced like slave owner Michael Fassbender going like, "Hey, give me a trophy, guys!" Like, well, what's award shows? Unbearable. Well, okay, we've put that to bed.
All right. So as I was kind of working through this process, I realized that also anything political, I'll watch the State of the Union. I'll watch the conventions.
Election season, I've become
knowing it's just going to be make me want to just claw my insides out because I hate the other side and my own side pisses me off.
Yeah,
it's like everybody just lets me down.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then even watching the news is kind of the same way for me.
It's a real exercise in futility.
And that's something I learned.
But I know it fits our model because I know it's gonna be awful, and I'm still gonna watch it.
When you take a look at abroad news like BBC or Al Jazeera, like you see all the other shit that all these other countries are focusing on, and you're like, oh wow, we didn't even talk about this.
Well, and that's what makes, and knowing that exists and being aware of it is what makes watching. Kim
Kardashian slapped somebody with a dildo, so we got to talk about it for 4 days.
So then that's what I know is awful. The category I fear the most is the stuff I like that I don't know yet.
No one has given you the card saying,
and then or I didn't know as I was enjoying it. Then later I'm like, oh my god, this sucked the whole time.
Yeah.
24.
Apparently it got really awful.
No. My son and I watched it.
I want to know.
I watched it from the jump. The first season.
Yeah.
I may have missed a season here or there because you before the age of Netflix and we didn't have DVR. You missed a couple of episodes. You're
fucked.
You're sucked.
But once Netflix came along, we had 4 years ago. We watched every season. Like, one summer, my son and I just watched all of them, and it was just like boom, 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 dink, boom. Dink, boom, dink, boom. And I loved it, and it was cool. And Sunday we were kind of bored. I said, "Jack, let's watch some 24." Yeah, what season? I just pick one.
Just a random one. That's all. Yeah, that's always like, a crapshoot.
So we'll pick another one. The next one. It's the pilot. It's like episode 1 of
the thing that hooked you, and you're like, this is trash.
Went through 4 different seasons.
There's got to be something fucking good here.
And I was like, this is really terrible.
That is.
And I was like, was it always terrible? And my wife goes, yeah.
It's pretty.
Yes, it was
bad.
It was kind of always bad.
The horrible. The other side of the coin of that is when you're watching a show that starts out so incredible and you're so fucking into it, and then you just see its slow deterioration into something horrific. Heroes. No, Heroes is my main example. I've never been. It's basically just Tim Kring showing up at my house and pissing on my shoes. Like the first fucking season, I'm so goddamn into it. Like I'm completely invested in all the side plots and everything. I love all the characters. I'm just like fuck yeah, I am into this. Second season,
he said fart.
Second season.
He's waiting.
I was like, oh well, come on, come on. Like you do everything. You're like a junkie. You're doing everything to tell someone. You're doing everything to convince yourself and everyone else. You're just like, it's not gonna hurt you again. Like I know, like just one more fix, just one more. Right.
Yeah, we all said that in Star Wars.
God
we all got
damn it! It just got worse. And the newest example I can give is American Horror Story. My wife and I love American Horror Story. The first 2 seasons are incredible because they're batshit nuts. And this 3rd season is just like, hey, remember that show you really liked? We're gonna make it really boring, and we're gonna have nothing happen, and we're gonna waste all of these incredible actresses that we've hired and give them absolutely nothing to do except be bitchy and say the next Supreme over and over and over and over again. And Stevie Nicks randomly singing a shitty Stevie Nicks song.
Don't tell me Stevie Nicks sucks. I don't want to add her to this list.
No, well, come on.
I'll give you a pen.
The first.
It's Christy McVeigh or nobody. All right.
Oh fuck!
Wow.
Yeah. Just stabbed me in the neck.
No.
Yeah,
I seen her in concert, motherfucker.
The first 10 minutes of the season finale of this 3rd season was Stevie Nicks singing 7 Wonders randomly. It's just like a shitty 90s music video. Billowing curtains. She's got a top hat on. Cameras following her around. Had to see the 7-1. And I was like, they couldn't even pick like a halfway decent Stevie Nicks. Like that's not even a Fleetwood Mac song, is it? It's one of her solo albums. Oh, it was the worst.
Are you saying Rhiannon or?
No. 7 Wonders is nowhere near on a Fleetwood Mac album.
No, because Mac Fleetwood didn't have anything to do with it.
God, no. But that's a modern example of just seeing a show.
The most recent... Oh my God, what was I thinking? I don't know if I'm going to get any kind of feedback at all. I fell in love with the Meat Puppets.
Yeah, the band The Meat Puppets.
The band The Meat Puppets.
Yeah.
And...
I thought you were talking about the thing I do at night.
Yeah,
Meat Puppets.
When I'm alone and I think I'm by myself.
I got some spare cold cuts. And my wife is home in an hour. Oh my God. That's like serial killer shit.
I want to give your downstairs elephant a kiss. Okay.
You put on Frankie Teardrop and you're just like, ugh.
You said you loved me.
Oh God.
And
this is dropping in some dark ass places.
YouTube isn't going to let us put this out.
Denied.
After 8 or 10 years of not listening it, my daughters, they're into all this indie music. And they played something. They're 50. They'll be 16 in a month. And they played something. I was like, hey, it reminds me of Meat Puppets. I bet y'all. You don't want to hear, I guess, as teenage children. Don't ever do this. You'll want to do this. Don't do this. I bet you'll like fill in the blank.
Oh, bullshit.
God damn it.
No. I'm going to do that because my dad did that to me when I was a kid. He would take movies and music and he'd be like, hey, you,
When you were a teenager?
When I was a teenager, I was like, I'm super bored. He was like, you know what? He's like, here, take this, go watch it. He gave me 2001.
2001. Yeah, that was...
And I watched it, and I came out of the room, and I was like, and he was like, yeah, you don't know what the fuck happened, did you? And I was like am I in trouble? I was like, what?
Do you hate me?
Another time I didn't know what to watch, he gave me Full Metal Jacket.
Jesus. Jesus.
Well, that's a different show.
Oh my God.
But like my dad would just give me music, and he'd like, but it's funny because like now my dad is kind of like, the other day I was in his car, his truck, and I saw Katy Perry CD. And it wasn't given to him. He went out and bought it.
That's actually counts as welcome news.
Oh, God.
I thought someone had left it behind.
No. He had gone out and bought it. I can't say I'm like, whoa, how fucking dare you? Because and I'm about to eat a lot of shit right now. I'm a huge fan. I don't give a shit what any of you ass eaters think of Britney Spears. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And I'm like unabashed. Like I took up arms on Twitter one day.
Oh shit!
For Britney Spears.
And somebody does that.
And I got
what a hero.
And I got this
changing lives
anorexic gay kid to follow me.
Really?
On that, and I was like, and I mean, he's a nice guy, but I was like,
this ain't for you. Like the rest of my feed is
all
probably...
my other shit is like super nerd based and like self-hatred. I was like, I like Britney Spears, but I don't tweet about her all the time. I like Britney Spears and the Spice Girls.
Yeah, I really love the Spice Girls.
Spice World, come on.
Yeah.
That's on this fucking list.
I will knuckle up.
That's an honest.
I will knuckle up for Spice World. Holy shit!
And I have to commend Lee for actually thinking outside the box, because my ass literally took the only venue that I know and just fucking tore ass down.
Yeah.
I literally just took those shitty 12 o'clock in the morning B movies that you watch.
Mm-hmm.
And you know they're god awful, but you watch them anyway. Because
I own a lot of them. I
actually went out.
Top Gun.
I spent time.
Check.
I put time and effort.
Gun.
I put time and effort into finding Earth Girls Are Easy.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
I dedicated time to find.
Oh my god! If you guys have never seen Earth Girls Are Easy, it is a treasure. It's Jeff Goldblum. It's Jeff Goldblum, Damon Wayans, and Jim Carrey play three horny aliens that see. This is the exact plot of Earth Girls Are Easy. These three aliens.
They crash into Gina Davis' pool.
Gina Davis.
And then she shaves. They're covered in fur. They shave them, and then she falls in love with Jeff Goldblum, because who wouldn't fall in love with 80s Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah.
I put it to everyone in this room. If you ran into 1980s Jeff Goldblum in the parking lot,
I would even go so far as to say 1993 Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park.
Now.
The fucking weird
right now.
The weird open Oxford that he wears in Jurassic Park. It's buttoned down to here.
Okay, we're gonna get
beefcake. That's nothing but beef. Talk about chaos theory.
I wanted to say
wet,
soaking,
sploosh.
You can drown a toddler in my panties right now. I wrote down
that's on record.
Top Gun's on your list too.
Oh God, Top Gun.
There's some
gayest movie.
Simple twist of fate. I got through Netflix. I get the DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
Before we started this, I got in Pink Flamingos,
which I've never seen.
Oh my God!
Never seen Pink Flamingos.
Has anybody here seen
John Waters movie? No.
Okay, I saw Pink Flamingos, and I saw
yes, yeah.
I saw Pink Flamingos and Female Trouble. Female Trouble was his sort of follow. It wasn't a follow-up because he has an idea for a plot or a sequel, but he's never gonna fucking do it.
Wait, no, is Pink Flamingos the one where Divine eats shit?
Eats shit.
Okay, I have seen Pink Flamingos then.
But it's
metaphorical.
No shit.
Literally,
she
eats dog shit off the ground.
Yeah,
and it's not like she greedily eats it. Like she's like, like you see her gagging. Like it's real dog shit. Because at the end of the movie, like Divine is the most despicable actress was the most despicable character ever put to film. Now we'll prove to you that she's the most despicable actress ever alive. And then they show her, they show a dog eating shit, and then they show her eating it. That whole goddamn movie is a nightmare. It's almost, I want to say, it's really, if you're...
I was expecting a bigger word.
It's like a fever dream.
If your taste is trash, then it's the most delicious meal you've ever had. Because the fact that movie got made and put into theaters in 1976 or whenever it was made is absolutely awe-inspiring. They deal with abortion.
Yeah.
They deal with murder. They deal with incest, like physical incest. They deal with full-on, non-simulated oral sex, gay sex.
It's just pornography, right?
Full frontal.
It's nuts. It's real crazy.
I explained parts of it to my wife, and she was like, "I don't stop. Just stop."
Time out.
Female Trouble was good though because Female Trouble had Divine singing the theme song, and it was a little like it pulled back a little bit. I also watched Desperate Living. I just
went out to John Waters.
I just gobbled up. I've got a movie here that is the best example of what we're talking about that I've ever encountered. I don't think there's a better example in the world. It is the great, and I saved it. I didn't even spoil it on the internet. I wanted so badly to tweet about it or anything, text you. I wanted to text you about it, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to save this.
You wrote you a letter.
I'm really going to be pissed off if you or anybody else has heard of this movie, because then all of the joy that I've been keeping in is just destroyed. The movie's called Dead Heat.
Yeah, I've never heard of that
movie. Yay!
What?
Okay, Dead Heat is a movie. I had to write down the name so I didn't forget.
Fucking like putting on like cufflinks.
I gotta put on my reading glasses.
Talk about this movie.
Okay, Dead Heat is a movie that stars Treat Williams, and Joe Piscopo, as buddy cops.
Oh my god!
And they find a reanimation machine that reanimates dead criminals.
Just dead criminals?
Just dead criminals. The person using the reanimation.
Just does. Okay, it's like
just does criminals so they can steal diamonds. Blah blah blah.
Incidental.
I just want to say Treat Williams.
Treat Williams and Joe Piscopo are buddy cops. It's a buddy cop movie, and it's literally checking every buddy cop movie checkbox there is.
Adding the reanimation.
With the reanimation machine.
There's an angry chief. They're constantly ribbing each other. Mm-hmm. At one point, both of them become zombies.
What?
It's probably the most delicious thing you've ever had in the world.
At some point, does one of them say he's getting too old for this shit?
No, but because that was before.
Clearly a
before Lethal Weapon.
This was like 85.
Okay.
This was back when Joe Piscopo was actually on this earth. Joe Piscopo left.
Sergeant Hulka said it in stripes.
Oh my god!
Just so we're clear.
So
Dead
that movie.
Heat.
Dead Heat. It's available on Netflix. I suggest you all go home and watch it.
And cancel your Netflix.
Yeah, and then immediately go like, no more movies for me. Just break all your DVDs. Dead Heat.
Prophylactic measures.
And that brought me to one of my other things because I sat there and I looked at the name Treat Williams.
Treat Williams.
It's a treat.
And I watched another movie called Time Stalkers.
It is porn.
Time Stalkers has, and I had to write his name down because I didn't know who he was. I know who he is, but I didn't. William Devane?
Yeah.
William Devane.
He was in 24. He played the Secretary of Defense.
Does that still just sting?
Damn straight.
Does it sting like anytime you see, like when you watch the Super Bowl and you saw the 24 teaser?
Boom.
Did it like someone just come up and punch you in the stomach? Did it just feel like
it was just like, oh shit.
Or like you get on
Guys,
Instagram.
I'm probably gonna watch it.
just hate yourself.
So
here I go again.
Treat Williams.
Off come the metaphorical pants.
He took off his.
I hate everything.
Treat Williams.
William Devane.
Okay. I got to tell you about this other one. Time Stalkers. William Devane. Lauren Hutton, and she...
Was this movie from 1953?
It was from 1980, like 3 or 4.
Uh-huh.
Lauren Hutton has come back in time, hunting Klaus Kinski. You're welcome.
Oh my God.
You get to see Klaus Kinski do the feathery...
Oh
you
my
see it,
god!
Oh my god! It's like candy on your lips. Once it hits your lips,
It feels so good.
So as I watched Lauren Hutton in this movie, I was like, was this something that happened? And you can shed a little light on this
because I'm old. All right.
No, because I'm sure you've been around the block a few times.
Why are we being euphemistic? I just said I'm old. Like,
yeah. Okay.
I appreciate him being diplomatic about it.
Okay, so I have this theory that there were movie stars that Hollywood tried to cram down our throat. They're like, these guys are really good. Trust us. They're really good.
We'll keep putting them in movies.
I'm not fucking watching them. We said no in 1941, and we're saying no again, goddammit. No Treat Williams. Like, was there like a band of stars in the 70s?
You're going to warm up to Tom Berenger.
Yeah, you'll get around to it.
No, you really like him.
Last of the Dog Man bombed in the office, and they were like, "Fine, we'll fucking take him out of movies. Are you happy now, America?"
I got a feeling it's always true, but yeah, it's easier now with the benefit of time to know which ones they were.
At the time, did you see Treat Williams in 1941? Was he in 1940?
Yeah, he was the asshole.
He was the asshole.
Yeah, he's the asshole.
He was.
Did you look at Treat Williams and be like, you know what?
That kid, like no,
he's a young Leo.
No executive has ever like puffed on their giant cigar and went, "Get me Treat Williams. Get him on the phone." The
fact that somebody did do that is like, I want Treat Williams and Joe Piscopo in my office in 5 minutes, or your ass is fired.
Imagine being that PA that has to call Treat Williams directly and Joe Piscopo directly.
Well, first you got to break the bad news to Treat Williams that Joe Piscopo is going to be in the movie with him.
Or the even sadder thing is that they call Treat Williams and he's like, "I'm not getting out of my fucking trailer unless Joe Piscopo is sitting right beside me." The main one that I wanted to talk just really quickly because it's really fucking nuts. And I didn't know this, but apparently for the longest time, the script to this movie was on that blacklist, the best unproduced scripts of the time, and it's Barry Levinson, very talented director, wanted to make this movie for the longest time. This was his passion project. He loved it so much, and then he finally made it, and that movie was Toys. The movie Toys with Robin Williams. Has anyone ever seen this movie? It's banana fucking sandwich. It's absolutely insane. It's one of the more horrible movies I've ever seen because it's not so much a movie as it is a collection of scenes just barely edited together.
I'll agree with you. However, I love that movie.
Oh, I do too. Unconditionally, I love that movie. Yeah. But there is in no way, shape, or form is it a good movie.
I have high-end movies on here.
Like ambitious flops. I've got those too.
Like Troma. Like Troma did the Class of Nukem High.
Yeah.
Like they knew they were doing shitty movies. Mm-hmm. Kabuki Man, which is enjoyable. Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD.
Toxic Adventure. Yeah, there's a movie. There's a movie on Netflix called Sergeant Kabuki Man where a guy gets bitten by a kabuki actor.
He gets. I can't remember it now because
it's really
I
nuts.
drank a lot of wine that night. But,
and today.
But it's sangria.
I don't remember how the kabuki actor gets shot and then he goes up and tries to save him anyway. Blah blah.
Gets infected with kabuki actor
it's
blood.
Not werewolfism. It's not. He bites him. But he turns into a literal kabuki man with the makeup and everything.
God, it's
you have the higher end. You have the something that happened a lot in the late 80s and early 90s. And I've got 3 written down here. Demolition Man, RoboCop 2,
yeah,
and Total Recall.
Yeah,
because Total Recall isn't a good movie. Because
hang on,
bullshit. Because its main star. Its main star.
I'm really glad you're here.
Boys,
its main star
knuckle up
is
because
this
of Total
super
Recall.
muscled up construction worker, and we're just supposed to buy that he's Austrian.
An everyman. Yeah, the fact that they, in the 80s, they cast Arnold Schwarzenegger as an everyman character is one of the funniest things ever.
Twins.
That is God, that movie stinks.
Danny DeVito carried that on
that
his 4-inch back.
Movie stinks.
It's not a tumor.
God, it's fucking... I also, that weird stretch of movies that came after Kindergarten Cop, where it was because one of my favorite ones, we've talked about it on the show before, is Cop and a Half with Burt Reynolds and a little precious black kid hanging out, solving crimes.
Being crazy.
God, like doing bits. Oh, it's so good. Like just like hanging out, doing like busting racial stereotypes. As like a little 12-year-old kid, that was my jam because I was like, fucking people watching Kindergarten Cop. I got Cop and a Half, you assholes, doing it better.
Eat it, bitch.
Cop and a fraction.
Oh God, but no.
I got a question for Lee.
All right.
This was brought up and was mentioned to us one time during an email or something that somebody asked us why we didn't, because we had mentioned it after a show, 10 years. There's a 10-year window around your childhood where everything produced in that year, in those years, is untouchable. Like, it's, no matter what it is, even if it's shitty, you still love it.
Sacrosanct.
Yeah. But and he said that he had calculated it down to a 10-year window.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. Like,
because
plus or minus, like starting, what's the base year?
Well, I don't know.
I would say probably like 5.
Yeah, like
up until you're 15.
So like that area of time, you kind of consider everything like religious. Like, this is the tome.
Well,
I wanted to ask you. I'm sorry to interrupt you. What was the? You said you didn't have any sense of irony.
Not a lot.
So you didn't recognize these movies as shit.
I did not process them. I just sort of consumed.
You absorbed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's what's different. And this really is a time where it's relevant to say in my day.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to the mid 80s, the culture of consuming film, especially, but even in a lot of ways, the way we consume music now was wholly different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when the first movie we rented in a serial fashion, just over and over and over, was like Ghostbusters or Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah,
yes, it was.
And that was the beginning of immersion into a film. Yeah. You know, where you had easy access, repetitive access.
It wasn't just, oh, hey, I got to go to see this in the theater.
You went to, and I lived in a small town also growing up, and so the opportunity to study minutia, to even reach a point of irony with what it just didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously in the big city, where I did not live, you could go see a movie over and over and over. And I saw Rocky Horror in 1981 or whatever up in Norman, up in Oklahoma City at a college theater. So that existed, but not for me.
Mm-hmm.
So my era of irony did not. That's not comparable to what you guys grew up with.
So would you say that overviewing, like being able to get any fucking movie you want now with Netflix and online, the ability to reach everywhere, you can kind of...
Well, and even beyond, and not just limited to watching the same thing over and over, just the constant immersion in film.
In everything.
My girls, especially, they're obsessed with film.
Mm-hmm.
And they watch everything all the time. It's what they do for recreation.
Mm-hmm.
And that option did not exist. So it really does change the way, at an earlier age, the way you consume film, and also the way media and the way filmmaking in particular has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Like another one that we try to get our kids to get excited about, Beverly Hills Cop. We were all, hey, it's on Netflix! Come on, kids! Oh, this is hilarious!
Yeah,
and I started up, I'm like, this is so boring. It was so slow. It was like, no, it's Eddie Murphy. The all-time comics of all, and my kids are like, it's like I'm trying to convince them that okra is birthday cake. You are telling me this is cake? This is awful.
Listen, old man, I know what cake looks like.
This is not. I'm like, Eddie Murphy has no bona fides to them.
Yeah.
Unless he's a talking donkey.
Although he was cute. And
see,
that's right.
Eddie Murphy said he was like, when I die, they're probably going to put a picture of that goddamn donkey on my
gravestone. Even Daddy Daycare. I mean,
oh my God!
But
what's the one where he was an alien inside of himself?
Meet Dave.
But
he was
the pacing.
Pluto Nash. He did a lot for this country.
He got.
That's hilarious.
He served his time. Oh God!
The pacing of these films,
I think,
was just plodding.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think that was necessarily. I think each generation's taste in comedy changes. If you look at like the 40s and the 50s, you look at movies of Charlie Chaplin where he's literally just a mime. Mm-hmm. You look at Buster Keaton, a mime show. When you look at
the expectations change.
The Groucho Marx, where they're literally what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. Joke after joke after joke after joke after joke. We're just throwing it in your face. We don't care if you laugh. We're just fucking doing it.
Shows.
Because I watched an old Marx Brothers movie. You don't laugh. It's like if I watched. I'm trying to think of a movie. If I watched Tropic Thunder. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't laugh as hard at a Groucho Marx film as I would at a Tropic Thunder movie. Because the jokes get recycled. Mm. The jokes get recycled so much that they just become bland.
Yeah.
And I wrote this down because I kind of thought about it, because the same way you absorb movies. You go to a movie and you just kind of sit there and watch them. I've got a whole section of drama movies. I section them by genres at my house that include Black Swan, There Will Be Blood, these Oscar-nominated and Oscar-winning films. And people come over and it's like, oh, that's a really great movie. I was like, yeah, I love that movie. You want to watch it? Fuck no, I don't want to watch it. God, no, I don't want to watch
I choose life.
I don't want to watch Black Swan, for Christ's sakes. I don't want to go down that goddamn rabbit hole. I don't want to...
It's so dark.
I don't want to invest that much time in getting dark and abysmal. That's why you turn to shitty movies like,
RoboCop 2.
RoboCop 2, or anything Mystery Science Theater is giving us.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up, guys. Lee, we really appreciate you being on the show. So we'll come up with something else and have you on again. Where can the people find you on the internet?
Everywhere. Fucking he's everywhere. Honestly, you can't look anywhere on the internet without finding Lee Weaver.
If you Google Lee B. Weaver, there are a lot of hits. Like more than there should be.
There's that one about Barnyard Love. I didn't want to go into it because
do you have a Twitter? You have a
my Twitter is I have a whole god awful Twitter history. I've started and abandoned 3 different Twitter accounts.
Wow. Well,
and I'm on my 4th, and I started running out of names.
You can change the name without changing the account.
No, I would abandon them. Like, I don't even know, the name.
I don't know these fucking people.
Oh, my God.
I like how you completely abandon...
Just wash your hands of it as soon as it gets heavy.
You're like, you are dead to me.
Yeah. So where can the people find
Channel Lee B.
At Channel
Lee B.
By
Lee B. Weaver. Right. At Channel Lee B. Lee B. Weaver on Facebook is the easiest way to get to all of what I do.
And you've got the Channel Lee page as well.
Yeah.
So either one of those, direct contact for you.
And look for a internet broadcast. I'm putting together an internet broadcast model right now.
Nice.
Like a daily, like a morning show.
Fantastic, man.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
So hopefully by the end of March,
we wish you well on that, man. You can also find us if you go to YouTube. You can search Alan Moore's Porch and subscribe to our channel. You can listen to this and all other episodes that we've posted so far. You can also find me on Twitter at NewishUniversal, all one word. You can find Matt at mturner_genius, and we also have the show account, which is at Alan Moore's Porch, all one word, for my co-host, Matt Turner, for Lee. I'm Justin Partridge. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode, and we will see you in 2 weeks!
Set almost fire.